Welcome to Bunnyfish Crafts. I'm your host Heather, known as Bunnyfish on Ravelry and Plurk. This is episode 23, Spring Cleaning. Today is April 16th, 2013. Grab some sticks and string and come sit with me. So today is Tuesday, and normally I record on Monday, but yesterday, right around noon, I just started feeling not like sick or anything. Well, yesterday morning I woke up crabby. So around noon, I was just like, no, I'm not recording today because it will just be a disaster of a show. But I didn't know why I was so crabby. And then I put the kids down for their naps and I went and read my book and knitted and decided that I would take a nap too. And as I was laying down for my nap, I checked Facebook and saw about the Boston Marathon. At that moment, it didn't mean anything to me. Like, I don't even know what the Boston Marathon is other than people running it. Like, I don't know. I didn't know the scope of it. I looked it up last night in a VKN because none of us knew the scope of it. So we looked it up. But around 6, my sister, I think it was 6. You can correct me if I'm wrong if you care, Pooks. She sent me a text saying that our cousin had finished the marathon 20 minutes before the explosion. So she's fine. Her mom and dad are fine. But I'm going to guess that the buildup for the day somehow, I don't know if you guys believe in things like that, but somehow the universe was telling me, hey, this is up. Can you see Mara? Right there. That's her head. She thinks she's sneaky. So I think that's probably why I didn't feel awesome yesterday. I really wish that no one was affected by what happened yesterday, but obviously people were, and just know that you are in thoughts and prayers if you were affected. Let's see, other than that, I cleaned my storage room over the weekend, that door right behind me. Yeah, I cleaned that, and it was an all-weekend project because I'd started cleaning it a few months ago, like 15, 20 minutes in it every few days, just going through boxes and stuff. But then Molly and Gabriel went in there and destroyed it in only a way that a 4-year-old and his puppy can destroy a semi-clean room. It was not clean. It was still very messy, but like they knocked over boxes and basically I just couldn't even look at it. Like I let my laundry get ridiculous because every time I walked into that room it was just so stressful because I had put all that work into it and it looked like it was erased. So this weekend I was like, no more. It needs to be done. So now my storage room is clean and it looks like it belongs in a different house. I mean, really, it doesn't even look like it was my storage room. And I didn't throw that much away. I just put things away and organized things. And some of those boxes hadn't been gone through since I moved out of my college apartment senior year before Gabriel was born. So I went through those and recycled old class papers that I didn't need anymore. So that was really good. I think that was pretty much my week. There was a lot of cleaning. Gabriel is still being crazy because it's springtime. I still haven't had now until like 3-ish. There should be sun. And then there should be a huge thunderstorm and then scattered thunderstorms later. So here's hoping. Send wishes for thunderstorm my way so I can have it. Okay, I have some thank yous. I got wrapped last week by Becca, one of the people that I began with, Queen Ribbit. She sent me the Even Star by Susan Pandorf. This is really cool because my VKN friends and I, one of us, Melissa, got the pattern and she was like, yes, I'm doing this. And then slowly other people were like, okay, I'll do it. And I mentioned in a VKN that I would need to get the pattern before I decided that I was going to do it because I don't have yarn for it or beads, and at that point I didn't have the pattern. So now I have the pattern and I'm going to do it. I'm trying to decide if I want to make it in lace weight so it can be a shawl that's just pretty, or if I want to do it in worsted weight and then it would be a blanket that's pretty. Oh, Ducky would like to visit for a moment. So if you have thoughts on what you would like to watch me knit for, a couple months, a really, really lacy shawl or a blanket, let me know. My voice is going to get funny because it's springtime and my voice gets funny during the springtime. It's all the stuff in the air and the cat just was in my face, so now I have cat in my nose. Awesome. Also, later in the week, Becca, not on Tuesday. If you're not aware, Tuesday is a day that was set up by Carrie Steinmetz, Knit Pearl Girl, who passed away this past holiday season. She set up Tuesdays to just wrap people, which is random active patterning. So you gift people patterns. Huh. Ducky, you understand, black shirt, gray cat. You wrap people patterns just as, for whatever reason you want. It can be random people that you don't know or random people that you do know, and it can be any giftable pattern on Ravelry sort of thing. So the Even Star, she wrapped me on Tuesday, but then she wrapped me the Nebula socks by Cookie A, and they're beautiful. So beautiful. So I'm really excited about that. Thank you, Becca. I also was gifted a pattern from Haley, another girl who I VKN with, Hales Knits. She has a podcast. She's on Ravelry. She's on Plurk too, but I don't remember what her Plurk name is, if it's different or not. She gave me the Green Thumb by Diana Foss Designs. It's a little arm warmer that has a leaf right here. It's really, really cute, and it's been on my wish list for a long time. So I am, how I was talking about making the Bunnyfish podcast into the It's Sheer Time? I think I might make them into the Green Thumb and use one of the other Hippie Penguin yarns for It's Sheer Time. Maybe I wasn't planning on using the Bunnyfish colorway anyway. I can't remember now that I'm talking about it. But yeah, so that will be in the near to mid future, not in the soon future though. And then Sunday day, Crow Julie on Plurk, she just designed a duo of washcloths, and she said, I'll give it to the first 5 people who put their name on this post, and I was either number 4 or number 5. So I got the duo of dishcloth patterns from Julie, and that's really exciting. All of these patterns will be linked in the show notes so you can look at them, because I don't print things off ever. A little business before I get to showing you actual things. The Mom's Day Craft Along is still going on. It started on February 25th and will go until May 13th, 2013. Anything that you make for a mom, however you want to define that, between that time period, go ahead and put it in the finished objects thread. It has to be a RAV sanctioned project, so spinning, weaving, crocheting, knitting. It can be something new or a work in progress. So if you started it like eons ago and then finished it on February 25th, that still counts. Go ahead, put it in the thread, and tag it with BPHMOM. And if you want to see the prizes, go check out last week's episode. They're all in there. I didn't finish anything this week, but I think you'll understand why when you see what I've been working on. First is the Nebula socks. I'm making these Nebula, the Equinox socks. Can you see how excited I am for that pattern? These are the Equinox socks for Josh, and the pattern is Pucker by General Hog Buffer. Last week, I'm pretty sure I was at the heels, so I've done about a pattern repeat and a half or something like that. I don't know. I am to about halfway length of the foot before I can start the toe. So let me just stick my hands in here so you can see the pattern. This is made on US size 1, 2.25 millimeter needles using Knit Picks Stroll in Midnight Heather and Knit Picks Felici in Aquarium. I love these socks, and it's going to be so difficult to send them off. But they're in his size, not mine, so it'll be okay. And I am going to make myself similar-ish socks, so that makes it easier too. I haven't been working on these the past couple days though, because when I was doing the spring cleaning, when I was cleaning the storage room, I ended up scrubbing parts of the floor in the storage room, which I don't think people ever do that, so it was really, really dirty. And I braced myself on my left hand, so my left wrist is still a little sore. It's better. It's much better than it was, but I used my left hand to control the tension of the yarn, so it was just causing strain on my wrist, so I didn't do that anymore. I just pulled my camera cord. Hopefully that didn't mess with you at all. Now it's just off. Sorry. I'm not going to mess with it though, because I'll just ruin it. I worked on, but barely, Steve's socks, the Mary socks. I think I had cast it on last week, and I didn't even work half of a pattern repeat. Did the cuff though, started it. Mary Socks by Claire Ellen, Fellowship of the Sock ebook. But you can buy the patterns separately. You don't have to buy them in the ebook. You can just pick and choose what you want. I liked so many of them that, of course, when the option was given to get the ebook, I said yes. This is made using Lion Brand Sock Ease in the colorway Taffy. And I'm using US size 2, 2.75 millimeter needles because I hear that these patterns run kind of small and Steve has big feet. So I'm hoping next week to have this sock through the heel. I would like to have it through the heel. I would like to have Joshua socks to the toe because I only have 12 days to finish all of my works in progress. So here's where a lot of my work has been going this week. So yes, these are the blue thigh highs. This is where I was last week, so I've done bigger than my hand. And this is the bottom of the knee. So these are going to be tall thigh highs. Amanda requested that the last pair be like super thigh highs. So bottom of the knee, which means I'm on the leg. I have, I'm going to do another 2 of these blocks of color, the stripe, and then I'm going to do the last decreases on the sock. And then we'll be just going ahead with the pattern, which is my original pattern. It's ribbing, and the ribs change. Oh, let's see. Can you see that it goes from being 2 by 1 to like 2 by 1 in this section to just 4 stitches and then the ribbing in between. I like the way that it looks. Hopefully my sister will like the way that it looks too. I'm using Premier Yarns Serenity Sock weight in the colorway Indigo and US 2 2.75 millimeter needles, and I dropped my last project. I cast on something new on Sunday, and I've been working on it a lot too because it doesn't cause strain on my wrist at all. So these are going to be leg warmers for a swap partner of mine. The camera is over really far now, so now I'm even more not good at figuring out what you're looking at. Sorry about that. Okay, so these are for a swap partner, and the pattern is clouds and, well, no, making things up. The pattern is Some Cloudy Day by Tiny Owl Knits. And I'll stick my hand in here so you can actually see what's going on. Kind of. They're really, really pretty. The pattern is written for sport weight, but I'm using sock weight, and it is working out fine. I am using this gorgeous yarn. It's Newt Fiber Central Park Fingering. It's a single ply in the colorway Slate, and I am loving it, but you know I just love Newt Fiber, so of course I'm going to love it. This color is Slate, and it's kind of great because I didn't realize when it was in the hank like this, all of the different variations. Can you see that it's got like a red spot right there? That happens throughout. That's not just a mistake right there. It's definitely deliberate. I don't think you can see any other spot colors. Let me try to find some on the socks themselves. Can you see right there, gold spot? And then, oh, see, red spot right here. And gold, gold. And over here is red. There's also blue flecks, but I don't think the camera's going to pick those up as well. So, gorgeous. And I'm going to use this project to segue into new things because I got a pair of nice needles for this project. These are Hiya Sharps, and they are sharp. The join is super nice, and I really like the cable. I don't know, I mean, if you're new, you don't know that this is my first pair of you can buy it at Walmart needles, or Joann's. You can buy it at Walmart or Joann's needles. That's, well, over, lost. That's Gizmo. I don't think you've seen him before. He's a big fluffy ball, and Ducky's on my shoulder now. And Molly's on my other shoulder. Today is the day of animals. They're all hanging out and being active. I digress. Yeah, Hiya Sharps. I went to my local yarn shop, which was nice. It's the first time that I've gone that it's really been like interactive. I've only gone around the holidays before when the shop owners are harried and all over the place, but this time like they actually had a conversation with me. I was wearing my graphic infection, and several people wrote down the name of that to look it up. So by the way, Josh, get that pattern up, because someone actually, I saw one of the ladies that I saw at the shop on Saturday. I saw her on Sunday, and she said, I can't get the pattern, what's going on? So I told her you were on vacation, but now you're back from vacation, or you will be tonight, something. So get that written up because people want to buy it. Anyway, I was wearing my graphic infection, and I was wearing my Blizzard headband, and more people wrote that down too. So that was really exciting. A lot of people were interested in my hand knit stuff. So that was really fun. The shop owners were engaging me in conversation, which was really nice. But all of that, and I got these. I looked at the yarn, but I only got the needles that I needed because the only size 4 circulars that I have are the boy interchangeable, and the join is not nice on size 4 for those. I have tips for 2, 3, and 4, all the way up through 11, and I don't want to use the 2, 3, or 4 on those needles because the join doesn't work nicely. It's fine on size 5 or bigger. So I got the fixed Circs, and I really, really like them. Hiya Sharps. Good job everybody who recommended those to me because I am loving them. So I bought that this weekend. And then I have been flooded with the mail. I'm going to turn my show notes page. Marilee, this is for you. Turn the page. Okay. I hope you're giggling right now. I hope to see that you're giggling in the comment thread. So I got last Monday, after I recorded, I was in a BKN with Josh, and my mail came. He had told me to be on the lookout because the second part of the surprise from him was coming, and then the mail came, and then I freaked out because I have this. I have a ball winder! I'm so excited. As you can see, I have already put it to good use with this. I'm so excited to have a ball winder. It is eons faster than doing it by hand with my my wire whisk as the center part. I love it so much. Fantastic surprise. So that was great. And then I got another package on Monday. I am in the Yarn Therapy Zone group on Ravelry, which is just a group to hang out on. But maybe not every month, but most months there's something going on, a swap, or we haven't had like a real knit along sort of thing, but there's like finish work in progress challenges and stuff. So there was a 2-month long finish it up thing, and it was to finish up works in progress and or to finish up to create projects made solely of stash. Stash being something that you didn't buy for a specific project. So leftovers, etc. I won. I had 18 projects that I submitted for that 2-month period. A couple spinning projects. I think there was some crochet in there, but mostly knitting. And I got a Ravelry project bag, which I then gave to Becca, my Becca, not my VKN friend Becca, my ex-girlfriend Becca, my best friend. I gave that to her because she doesn't have a project bag. She's just starting out with her knitting, so she didn't have a project bag, and now she does, which was good because she was carrying her projects around in like plastic store bags, and her knitting was getting all messed up because they're not very sturdy and there's not a way to close them. So I'll post a link to the Ravelry bag that I got because it was really, really nice, which is why I gave it to Becca so she could have a nice project bag. But included, the project bag was what we were all shooting for. We knew that that was the prize. But Denise, who I'm making the leg warmers for, she was the prize master, and she also sent this. It's is it showing up? Yeah, there you go. It's showing up brown, which it is. It's all browns and purples. It is from All Spun Up on Etsy. Oh, I'm doing really bad with my camera today. Superwash Merino. I've never spun superwash before. That's really exciting. So of course I'm going to try to spin that super, super thin. And it's 4.2 ounces, so that's a lot. And I think these colors are beautiful. I'm really excited to spin this. I think I want to make this my new spinning project after I get... Oh, I haven't even talked to you about this in ever. So here's my spinning, and I did a little bit this week. As you can see, my my spindle's getting kind of full. So if I work on this, every day this week, I can probably fill up the spindle, and then I will set that single to rest and work on this instead. That's kind of what I'm hoping, but I'm not making any promises. So yeah, isn't that gorgeous? It was such a huge surprise. I totally geeked out when I got it. It's so beautiful. I love purples and browns together. I love a lot of colors together. I'm just not a baby pink fan. Like baby colors, not a fan. And yellow. I digress. At knitting on Sunday, I got this from Lorraine. It's for my sock yarn blanket. It's just a scrappy bit. Look at those colors, green and blue. They're less grass green than that. A little bit less, but can't wait to put this in my sock yarn blanket. You're like, what sock yarn blanket? Haven't seen that in ever. I know. Yesterday, I took a nap yesterday while the kids were not napping. I haven't done that. Like, took a nap while the kids were awake and there was no other grown-up in the house. I haven't done that since Gabriel was just learning how to crawl, because I'm paranoid that they will get hurt or break something, or I don't know. Yesterday, I was just too crappy. I was like, okay, I'm just going to take a short nap. Hopefully they're old enough that they won't kill each other or destroy something. So I took an hour-long nap, and I woke up to Gabriel saying, Mom, there's a present. And I was like, okay. So I got up and went downstairs, and there was a package outside the door. Proud mom moment that Gabriel did not just go outside. He is not supposed to just go outside. Like, he's not allowed to answer the door. He's not allowed to just go outside without asking. I mean, he's only 4.5. I think that is a reasonable rule, that he can't just go outside, because he's only 4.5. So I'm very proud that he came upstairs and woke me up, and then I came downstairs and he went outside and got the package. He was so excited. And I grabbed the rest of the mail. And then we went into the kitchen and opened the package, and in it was this yarn right here. This is from Becca, the same Becca who gifted me 2 patterns this week. She's clearly just my knitting fairy this past week. She just is. So this yarn, this is the last yarn that was in her stash that she didn't really like. I really like this. I think the colors are good for me. Even though I'm not usually an orange fan, the orange with the other colors makes it okay. It's not overwhelmingly orange. So these might be for me. I haven't decided. These colors are also very good Amanda colors, so they might end up being for Amanda. You know how I like to make things for my sister. But yeah, these are really good colors, and it shows you how they stripe. I think they're gorgeous. Also, in the package, are you ready? Because I was not. I knew that this was coming. She had mentioned that she was going to send it to me, but I had forgotten. So I was like, I probably made exactly that sound when I saw this. Sock Innovation by Cookie A. Becca is switching over her knitting books to digital, so she doesn't really use them anymore. And when she asked if I wanted, I was like, yes, of course I do. So out of this book, I've made these Kai May socks, but there are 4 other patterns that I really, really want to make. I'm not going to show you all of them because you can see them when I make them, but like these Rick socks, I love those. I think those are fantastic. So I'm really excited. Plus, it's got a great section on design in the front. I talked in depth about this book, though, on episode, I don't know, 1 to 5, I'm going to guess. I'm pretty sure it was pretty early on that I talked about it. So yeah, This brings my knitting library in hardcover up to 3 books. Yay! I have 2 ebooks and 3 actual books. My knitting library is pretty small, but it's full of really good stuff, like stuff that I really, really wanted. So, Becca, thank you so much. Lorraine, Denise, Haley, Josh, and Julie. That's everybody, right? I'm sorry if I forgot somebody. Thank you so much for all the new things. Okay. I am reading Clash of Kings by George R.R. Martin, and I'm not spending a lot of time reading, so I'm not super far, but I love it about 80 times more than I like the series. It's just so good. There's so much depth to it, and the characters are so much better because, you know, they're actually 12 years old acting like 12-year-olds instead of 16-year-olds acting like 12-year-olds. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say about it. I was thinking, but no, I don't. It's really good. Really, really like it. If you like epic fantasy with just a dash of magicalness, then definitely try these out. It's very political. It's very, very mental. I mean, there is a lot of action, but I hear that as it gets further in the series, it's more political strategy and stuff like that, which I'm okay with. So check it out. And thank you for people last week talking about the books and stuff. We had a good little bit of discussion in the episode chatter thread. So thanks for everybody who responded. It's really nice when you talk back because it feels like I'm not just talking to a computer, even though I am just talking to a computer right this second, but you know, later tonight or tomorrow, I'll be talking to you. And it's nice to know that someone's watching. On to 3 things. Next month is my birthday month, and I would like to not focus on things for myself, but kind of. I am knitting a pair of socks for Steve because Josh, sort of a knitter, and we are having a friendly sock knitting knit-along competition thing. So I'm making socks for Steve because Josh is making socks for himself and they have similar sized feet. So I wanted to make it fair because he has knit 2 pairs of socks and I have knit, I don't know, more than 2 pairs of socks. So I'll be making a pair of socks for Steve and I need to finish up that shawl for my mom. But next month I want to work on things for myself and I don't do that a lot. So I figure birthday month, you know, I'll have projects for other people that I can still work on, but I can knock out a few things for myself. So this is what I want to do. I want to make the Nebula socks using, I don't know, one of my non-super variegated yarns, sock yarns. I have a tonal, I have a couple of variegateds that might be okay, but probably going to stick with a tonal sort of thing for the Nebula socks. I really want to make those for myself. I just think they're gorgeous and they need to be for me, not for someone else. Sorry if you had your heart set on them. I want to make myself a pair of stripy socks, and I need your input on this. I have quite a few patterns in my queue for socks, and if you have a moment, go into my queue and there's a tab up at the top that says socks, so you will only have to look at my socks, not at my whole queue. Go through and see what you think would make good stripy socks. There are several that are definitely designed for stripy sock yarn, so if you've got a moment, go let me know what you think. Or if you have a really great stripy sock pattern, drop it in the thread. I am leaning towards jaywalkers right now, but I'm not married to the idea. I'm just kind of in like with the idea. So I'm open for suggestions. I will be using Heart and Soul stripy sock yarn. I will put in a picture with those colors in mind. Let me know what you think. What would be a good pattern? I also want to work on my sock yarn blanket. I would like to make 28 squares total in May on that blanket. That's not really ridiculous. That's a little less than 1 square a day. I definitely have yarn from my friends that I would love to use in there, and I have yarn left over from socks that I've made too. So I'd like to do that. And I know I'm going over 3 here, but I really want to start spinning this. I want to spin it thin, so it's going to take a little while, but I would like to make a dent in this and spin up something really, really thin for myself. I think that would be fantastic. So next month, starting right after, I guess in a little less than, or it'll be a little more than that time, right after I get all of these works in progress, these 4 done, I will have one more project that needs to be done by the end of the week. So that's 5 projects that the end of the week, the end of the month. That's 5 projects that I need done by the 28th. And then after that, I want you to make sure that I'm making things for me. 2 projects that I have to do that are not for me. But other than that, if you see me working on things for other people, call me out. I think it's time to do a little bit of selfish crafting, and I'm not good at that, so I'll probably need you to keep me accountable. I've rambled on for a while now. I hope you made something awesome with your 6 and string. I will hopefully see you next week. Bye.